Episode 3640, Stop Fighting What You Don't Know.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day. I hope you're having a fabulous start to the beginning of your week. It's Inspiration Motivation Day. And you know what? I don't care what's happening. I want you to know that you're loved. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you have breath because you get to get up today and you get to go out and impact the world that you touch. So stop fighting what you don't know. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already haven't had the opportunity, you'll want to head on over to createyournow.com where you can learn more and sign up for the K.I.S.S newsletter. They keep it simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. All right. How's it going? Was your weekend good? I mean, seriously. Maybe you're just getting your feet underneath you. Maybe you're thinking, I already feel like it should be a Friday and it's only a Tuesday. Where is my week going? In fact, it doesn't feel like it's going anywhere. You feel like you're stuck. You feel like all of a sudden you need rest, but you can't get it. You're exhausted. And then you're like, and it's supposed to be spring break. It's supposed to be a happy day. Blooms and all that are starting to happen in the deep south. Oh, and then you've got horrible things happening. Unfortunately, we've had some devastating tornadoes and weather patterns throughout the weekend. Rolla, Missouri was taken out. Other areas in Mississippi, please be praying for them. And if you are in a financial situation where you can donate, please look up places to donate and make sure you vet them well. Don't make the assumption that, hey, just because they say they're going to do something, they're going to do it. Make sure it's a well-vetted program and it is going to take your money and use it appropriately. You know, it's hard. Life is hard. It's not easy. We're going to have trials and tribulations. God never said that, every single morning there's new mercies and that means there's not going to ever be anything that goes wrong. That's not the case. I know for me, nothing compared to what a lot of people are going through with the EF4 tornadoes. And I haven't heard the latest if some have been ranked, if one was ranked higher, like an EF5, I don't know, but I do know that there was an EF4. Regardless, in my house right now, well, I'm dealing with water again. Not the kind of water that you're freaking out about, but you know what? My washing machine's now out. Seriously? Like it won't spin. So got to call the guy out. It's like just when you think I got a break. I get this break for just a moment and then something else happens. Days can bring about fears that you never imagined. Maybe you're in that struggle right now. The everyday battle, it's real, isn't it? Unknowns flood your head and heart, interfering with what's right in front of you. Stop fighting what you don't know. I got a question for you. And it's an obvious question, so I'm going to ask it anyway. If you're sitting here always worrying and trying to make everything right and all of that, where is that getting you? Seriously. I mean, why would anyone want to repeat what isn't working? Have you ever been on a merry-go-round? A few weeks back, I was with my grandson, and luckily we were in more of this human teeter-totter. It was kind of cool. But there was a merry-go-round. Thank goodness I did not have to get on it. Sometimes I'll get on it or my daughter will get on it, and then we push each other. Of course, the grandbabies are on there too. But, oh, man, those things, they go so fast. I don't know what kind of apparatus is underneath that balances it so well, but I'm like, it just is so smooth. It doesn't matter if it's 30 years old or if it's 2 years old. Those merry-go-rounds, they just keep going and going and going, right? It's like you can never get off. Same type of idea here. Why would anyone want to keep going round and round and round and round and round doing something that isn't working? It's just going to keep you going round in circles. Look at the situation or circumstance from the perspective of what you can control. If you try to control the entire situation, you are going to drive yourself into a corner of betrayal, shame, and bitterness. There's no way around it. Stop fighting what you don't know. You got to move past what you're complaining about and do something you can actually take action on. It's not about having all the answers. That will never happen. I don't care if you're trying to refurbish your house and renovate it. I don't care if it's buying a car, whether it's new or new to you. Doesn't matter if you're buying a house. It doesn't matter if you're trying to help your kids in a situation at school. It doesn't matter if you're handling something in your church. It doesn't matter if it's finances. It doesn't matter if it's your career. You're not ever going to have all the answers. You're just not. But what you can do to be engaged, excited, and enthralled in the possibilities is to stop fighting all the unknowns. The battle will not be won on the field of unknowns. Let that sink in for a minute. Because that's what we're doing. We're fighting something like that's invisible. Because we can deal with all the stuff that we think about, but if it's really not there, where's that pushing us? Further back. Give yourself the space to decide and then take aim on that decision. Action ignites motivation. You stewing over stuff you can't control and the things that you have no idea how it will turn out doesn't make a bit of sense. You, my friend, are made for more. You are made to shine. You are made to rise to the top. You're the cream. Create your now. Not in a manner of winning via more worry, but certainly winning by your completed next steps. One step at a time leads to miles of greatness. I mean, think about it this way. Where do I say that one step to more worry leads to more winning? I can't even say that twice probably. More worry is not going to lead to more winning, but somehow we get stuck in that cycle. And it's playing backward, and it lacks common sense. Where does it all connect? The puzzle pieces are missing. Worrying about the what ifs and the should have, could have, would haves is ridiculous too. Worry and indecision invade your confidence, keeping you stuck rather than moving forward. So let's go back to the original question today. Where is that getting you? And maybe you need to ask a follow-up question to that is, where do I want to go? I mean, if I know that I don't want to be here, then really, where do I want to go? Okay, great. What does that look like? And all it has to be is a simple decision. Now, this is going to be so simple, it's ridiculous, but I'm going to do it out there because then we don't have to get into the hustle and bustle of emotions and feelings, okay? So I'm going to keep it simple for you. Yesterday, I was looking outside, and I'm telling you this kind of jokingly, tongue-in-cheek, but I think there is some truth to it. I have PTSD from water. With my incident with the ice and the freezing outside with the pool, and then on top of that, the forced renovations that's been ongoing, and now everything's fine, and now we've got the washing machine. I'm like, what else is there? I'm like, I'm just done. I'm done. Well, I got up yesterday morning, and I was working, and I've shifted everything. So my office is still sitting in the kitchen. I haven't moved everything back yet, still trying to get everything back in place. We're getting closer, but it's probably going to be another 2 to 3 weeks easily because there's a lot. I mean, we disrupted our entire household. And so I'm wanting the dog to go outside. And so I have the door completely wide open, and I'm sitting there working at my computer, my back towards the door. And all of a sudden I hear this huge splash of water. And it seems just so loud because it's concentrated. It's like literally right behind me. And I jump. I'm sitting on my little bicycle desk. I jump up, kind of have that little gulp in my stomach, turn around, and I kid you not, there are 2 ducks that have flown into the pool. Seriously? Now, some people would say, well, that's hysterical. Yeah, it is kind of funny. But in the moment, I'm like, yeah, not so funny right now listening just to the sound behind me because they came in hot. I mean, I think they left a trail of waves behind them. And I jumped up and I turned around. I was like, oh, and then I thought, oh, what a beautiful, sweet couple. Seeing the dad and seeing the mom. And they needed a place of rest. And they saw our pool and they said, we're going to stop there, which is wonderful. But then it got me thinking, And this is where I had to laugh about it because I was looking at my pool going, we've had those horrible rains and the tornadoes around us. Praise the Lord, we were not hit directly. A lot of areas around us were, but we were not. So like I said, be praying for those communities. And if you're financially able, give to those who are supporting those communities because it's going to take time to rebuild. It's hard. And that's devastation that you don't plan on. And it is very, very disruptive. But so are making little decisions. So with the ducks behind me, I'm looking at the pool, watching them, taking a video. It was really cute. I was like, oh, how sweet. And then the puppy dog was outside too. And I'm like, oh dear, all I need to do is have the puppy dog. I'm telling you, PTSD here. The puppy dog run in. Remember, he's going to be 12 this year. He's an English bulldog. Their average lifespan is 8 years. Okay, so a little bit mama freaking out here. I'm like, I do not want to have to jump in the cold water. It may be a little bit warmer with the sun out, but it's still going to be no more than 50 degrees in that water. I don't want to jump in. And he can swim kind of, but not exactly. I thought if he sees those ducks, luckily he's a little bit blind. So I was like hoping on that side that he wouldn't see them. But I'm like, if he does, he may go after them and he may miss and may be in the pool, which means where am I going? In the pool too. Well, all I can say, the short story is that did not happen. But what did happen is what was bothering me because I was looking at the pool going, all these storms and everything. I need to change the filters because I need it to run properly, and they were already on the edge of glory anyway. So I'm like, okay, I need to do it. Well, I'll just empty out the baskets and all. Then I could get by for a couple more days, and then I'll ask my son and we'll go out and change them because I do it myself. It's not a big deal. But I have my son help me because it goes a little bit faster. Well, anyway, long story short, by about late afternoon, I was like, okay, I changed the baskets, but it didn't help anything. And I'm like, I just need to do this. I need to change the filters. And so I asked my son, he came down immediately. In 15 minutes, we were done and finished. And I cleaned up everything, came inside, and I kid you not, for an hour and a half, I was like on cloud 9. Why? Because I made a decision to change the filters on my pool. Ridiculous. Why? Not number one, stress-free. I didn't have to worry about anything. I didn't have to think, oh, well, if I don't do it, my pump may go out. Oh, no, if I do this, like, what's going to happen? No, if I just take care of it and make a decision and make the time and just stop what I'm doing, then it's done. But you see, that's what we do. We wrap ourselves up on the merry-go-round, the cycle that keeps going and going and going because it's easier. And then it's like, oh, when it becomes a priority and it's a 911 situation, then I'll deal with it. Don't wait that long. Because where is that going to corner you? Betrayal, bitterness, shame. It's not going to serve you well. Stop fighting what you don't know. God created you for more, my friend. And today, I want you to feel that deep within your soul. I want that fire within your belly to say, you know what? I am created for more. Whatever your situation or circumstance, whatever battle you're fighting, all the unknowns of that battle, they'll come up, but deal with what you know right now and take that one step because that will lead you to miles of greatness later on. Wouldn't it be nice to know that, okay, I took care of this. Yep, something happens. It's all right. God's got me. And I'm just going to make the next decision. And then I'll make the next. But the worry is just going to get you down. If you want to stay in the game of life and impact the world that you touch, and I know that you do, stop fighting what you don't know. Create your now instead. Go in peace. Be present. Be incredible. Be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed day. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.